Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share with you guys how to make some delicious enchiladas divorciadas. So in case you guys want to learn how to make this super easy and delicious recipe, just stay tuned and I'll show you how. Alrighty guys, so let's get started with our ingredients. So for this recipe we're going to need 2 pounds of chicken breast, 2 chile de árbol, 2 chile pasillas, and 7 New Mexico chile pods, 6 chile serranos, 12 tomatillos, 1 handful of cilantro, 1 Roma tomato, 1 white onion, avocado, 6 garlic cloves, queso fresco, 2 bay leaves, chicken bouillon, black pepper, ground cumin, oregano, salt, corn tortillas, and vegetable oil. So these are our ingredients. Now let's get started. Alright guys, so first we're going to start by cutting our onion into 4 pieces. Okay. Alright, so in a large pot we're going to add our chicken breast, and I already washed and cleaned my chicken. We're going to add 1/4 of our onion, 2 garlic cloves, 2 bay leaves, 1/4 of a cup of chicken bouillon, and black pepper. And I'm going to add about 10 cups of water. Okay, so now we're going to place it in our stove. We're going to set it on medium-high heat, and we're going to let that cook for about 25 to 30 minutes. Alright guys, so after 25 minutes, we're going to turn off our stove. We're going to remove the chicken, and we're going to let it cool down for a little bit, and then we're going to shred it. And the broth, we're going to strain it. Just strain your broth. Alright, so in the same pot, I'm going to return 2 cups of our broth. And now we're going to throw in our chile pods. So make sure that you depot them. So I already depotted all of them, and make sure you wash them too. Okay, so now we're just going to let them sit there for about 15 minutes. Meanwhile, we can start working on our green salsa. Make sure you wash them too before you place them in here, as well for our chile serranos. Now we're just going to add enough water to cover them. And we're going to place it on our stove. So I'm just going to set it on medium-high heat, and as soon as you see that your tomatillos are changing color, we're going to remove them from the water. Alright, so once your tomatillos have changed color, we're going to drain the water. Alright, so while we wait for our tomatillos to cool down, we're going to start and shred our chicken. And the chicken, we're still going to cook it with our tomato and onion, so don't worry. Alright, so once our chicken is nicely shredded like that, now we're going to prepare our tomato and onion. Alright, so for our chicken, we're going to dice a Roma tomato and 1/4 of our onion. Okay, so we're just going to dice into small little cubes. Alright, so once we have our onion and tomatoes nicely chopped, we are ready to fry them. Alright, so my frying pan, I'm going to set it on medium-high heat. I'm going to add a little bit of oil, and once that heats up, we can begin cooking our chicken. Alright guys, so once your oil is hot, we're going to throw in our tomatoes and onions. So we're just going to cook them for a couple minutes. So after a couple minutes, we're going to add in our chicken. Mix it all together. And we're going to add 1/4 of a cup of our chicken broth. Just so like that our chicken doesn't get too dry. And just cook it together for a couple minutes. And you can try your chicken for salt. If you feel like you need some salt, you can add it right now. And then after that, we're just going to cover it and set our chicken to the side. Alright, so in a frying pan, I'm going to set it on medium-high heat. I'm going to add enough oil to cover the tortilla. And once that heats up, we're going to start cooking our tortillas. Alright, so once our oil is hot enough, we're going to submerge our tortilla into the oil. And as soon as you begin to see that it's starting to blister, you're going to remove it from the oil. So you're only gonna leave it there for a few seconds. Okay, so once it begins to blister like that, remove it. Drain the excess oil and place them on a plate or paper towels. And we're just going to repeat the process until you have reached the desired amount of enchiladas that you're making. Alright, so once we have our tortillas ready, we are ready to start rolling. So I'm just going to place some chicken and my queso fresco on the tortilla like that, and then we're going to start rolling like little taquitos. And now we're just going to set it on a different plate. And we're just going to repeat the process to all of our tortillas. Alright, so once you have them rolled up, we're going to cover them so we can start working on our salsas. Alright, so for our red salsa, we're going to add all of our chiles, along with the 2 cups of chicken broth. We're going to add 1/4 of the onion, 2 garlic cloves, 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, 1/4 teaspoon of oregano, 1/4 teaspoon of cumin, and 1 teaspoon of chicken bouillon. So we're just going to blend everything together until we have a smooth sauce. Alright, so once everything is blended, we're ready to fry it. It's in a small frying pan. I'm going to set it on medium heat. I'm going to add a little bit of oil, and once that heats up, we're going to add in our sauce. Alright, so now I'm going to add my red sauce. Now strain it if you need to. And I'm going to add about 1 cup of a chicken broth, so I can get all the leftover. Now, if you want your sauce more runny, you can add more chicken broth. That's just going to depend on you. So now you just want to try it for salt, and if you feel like you need some, right now is the time to add it. To me, this is perfect. So now I'm just going to heat it up for a few minutes. Alright, so once it begins to simmer, we're going to turn it off and set it to the side. Alright guys, so now for our green sauce, we're going to add our tomatillos and chile serranos into our blender. We're going to add our 1/4 of an onion, 2 garlic cloves, our bunch of cilantro, half of the avocado, 1/4 teaspoon of oregano, 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, 1/4 teaspoon of cumin, and 1 teaspoon of chicken bouillon. Now into the mix, we're going to add 2 cups of chicken broth, and now we're just going to blend it all together until we have a smooth sauce. Okay, so once everything is nice and smooth, we are ready to fry it. Okay, so in my frying pan, I'm going to set it on medium-high heat. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of oil, and once that heats up, we're going to add our sauce. Alright, so now strain if you need to, and pour your sauce into our pan. And for this one, we're not gonna add any more chicken broth. For me, this is perfect. So now we're just going to wait for that to come to a simmer. Try it for salt, and then our green sauce is ready. Alright, so once your sauce begins to simmer, we're going to turn it off, and now we are ready to make our enchiladas divorciadas. Alright guys, so once we're ready to serve, we're going to grab our taquitos and we're going to place them in a plate. Now we're going to grab our sauce and we're going to cover them half with green and half with red. So grab your sauce, pour it on top. And I'm going to add extra sauce on the plate. Okay, so now I'm going to grab my red sauce. Flip the plate over. do the same. So just add as much sauce as you like. Alright, so now you're just going to top it with your favorite ingredients. I'm going to start by adding some sour cream. Okay. Then I'm going to add some lettuce. Going to sprinkle some queso fresco. Going to add some relishes. And some scallions. And of course you can top it with some more avocado or your favorite toppings. And this is our Enchiladas Divorciadas. Alrighty guys, and now for the best part, the taste test. So I'm gonna start with the red. So delicious. It is a bit spicy, but you can always subtract some chile to make them to your liking. Now the green one. So perfect. You get the best of both worlds. So good. Alrighty guys, and there you have it on how to make some delicious enchiladas divorciadas. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up, share it with your friends and family, and if you recreate this recipe, please don't forget to tag me on any of my social medias. And if you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button so you guys can be part of our family. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, no, no. Eres perfecta mujer, de la cabeza a los pies. Tú pasas de mi nivel, tú tienes el piquete. De la forma que tú besas, mami, más simétrica que un origami. De la forma que tú besas, mami, más simétrica que un origami. Eres